spring play.
Welcome to this Class AA championship game between Bridgeport and Oceana. Introducing Bridgeport's head coach, Gene Randolph. Oceana's head coach, Jim Hopkins. For Bridgeport, assistant coach, Bill Bennett. For Oceana, assistant coaches, John Harris and Jim Dancy. The support staff for Bridgeport, Darren Paul, Sam McKinney, J.B. Caputo, and Eric Carpenter. The support staff for Oceana, Richard Snyder, Eric Lemon, Wes Fraley, Steve Castle, and Brad Fraley. The Lions Club host for Bridgeport is Dee Green. And the Lions Club host for Oceana, Alan McVeigh. Now introducing the squads. For Bridgeport, wearing number 10, Zach Anderson. Oceana's 35 is Terry Lyons. From Bridgeport, 44, Eric Spatafor. From Oceana, 32, Will Stewart. For Bridgeport, wearing number 11, Mike Givens. For Oceana, wearing 20, Jeremy Terry. Bridgeport's number 22, Aaron Mann. Oceana's number 50, David Shoemate. For Bridgeport, wearing number 33, Chad Elliott. For Oceana, wearing 44, Nick Cook. For the Bridgeport Indians, number 23, Doug Rector. And for the Oceana Indians, number 33, Jamie Lusk. Bridgeport's number 54 is Todd Condren. Oceana's number 14 is Dan Fleener. Now the starting lineups. For Bridgeport, a 6'2 senior, number 45, Paul McKinney. For Oceana, a 6'6 senior, number 22, Jason Mathis. For the Bridgeport Indians, a 6'1 sophomore, number 15, Jason Nicewarner. For the Oceana Indians, a 6'4 senior, number 25, Curtis Moran. From Bridgeport, a 6'3 senior, number 42, Joe McNamee. From Oceana, a 6'1 junior, number 23, Chris Lusk. For the Bridgeport Indians, 6'2 a senior, number 50, is Eric Stoneking. For the Oceana Indians, a 6'1 senior, number 24, Thomas Evans. And rounding out the starting lineups, for Bridgeport, 6'3 senior, number 25, Chris Taylor. For Oceana, 6'1 senior, number 42, Benny Bowles. We ask you to stand now for the singing of our national anthem by Man High School student Chrissy Daniels.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
It's game time. The tip-off in 1 minute after we hear this message from the West Virginia Education Association.
Today in the public schools, Katie Dorme wrote her last name without any help. Jessica Anya spun through the air with the greatest of ease. And Andrew Lopez discovered how to make an airplane soar with the wind. For every child with dreams, for all parents with a dream for their children, the public schools are where small miracles happen every day.
A message from the West Virginia Education Association.
The Sports Medicine Institute in Morgantown has some very special friends competing in the high school tournament. Athletes who have come to them for special medical care. To these athletes and all participants in the 1994 tournament, the best of luck. The Sports Medicine Institute is a state-of-the-art facility for therapy and rehabilitation for athletes and for those recovering from job-related injuries. The Sports Medicine Institute in Morgantown. Call for the finest professional care, 599-2515.
This copyrighted broadcast is made under exclusive rights granted to the Metro News Radio Network by the West Virginia Secondary School Activities Commission. Any rebroadcast, publication, or use of the accounts or description of this game without the express written consent of the Metro News Radio Network is prohibited. Once again, from the Charleston Civic Center Coliseum, here's Fred Persinger.
The Bridgeport Indians 14-10 under Gene Randolph. The Oceana Indians 20-5 under Jim Hopkins. The officials this afternoon, Perry Eastep and Kerry Harmon. Both teams line up around the jump circle. Mr. Eastep has the basketball. Set to toss it between Chris Taylor and Jason Mathis. This one is for all the marbles, and the basketball is in the air. Tip controlled by Oceana. Curtis Moran pulls it down. They travel right to left as we get it underway. Chris Luss, jumper from the corner, off the back of the iron, no good, and Taylor pulls it down for Bridgeport. The Indians get it over to Jason Nice-Warner of Bridgeport High. He works it into the front court. Picked up man-to-man by Tom Evans. Down on the left wing. They work it. Get it to McKinney. Paul stands there with it. Joe McNamee now. Bounce pass in the paint to Stone King. Turnaround jumper a little long, and the rebound cleared by Oceana. Here they come. Tom Evans into the front court. Down the right side. Looks top of the circle. Benny Bowles lets it fly for three. Off the mark. Rebound fought for. We'll have a whistle and a personal foul. Call it on Curtis Moran of Oceana. Both teams just a little tight in the opening seconds, and you can expect that. It's the AA championship game.
Bridgeport will be taking the ball out and have to go the full length of the floor, and Oceana's in pressure defense full court.
Stone King will be the inbounder. Brings it in, gets it to McNamee. McNamee looks and finds Jason Nice-Warner. Nice-Warner again being trapped, gets through the pressure across the timeline, sends the pass to Taylor on the left wing. They find McNamee. He'll work it back out on top. Look and find Jason Nice-Warner. He's picked up man-to-man by Tom Evans. 7-minute mark of quarter number one. No score in the game. Basketball knocked out of bounds, last touching Oceana. Bridgeport will control. Paul McKinney will be the inbounder. Quarter court on the near side. Holding it high over his head. Looks and gets it into Chris Taylor. Taylor standing on the right wing. He's picked up by Chris Lusk. Down they come on the right side to McKinney. McKinney guarded closely by Benny Bowles. Top of the circle to McNamee. Couple of dribbles through the lane. Lost it. Sends the pass over to Stone King. Back out on top to Taylor. Taylor being dogged by Evans. Basketball knocked loose. Stolen away by Oceana, but then we've got traveling call. Chris Lusk reached in. Knocked the basketball loose. Recovered it. Went down on the floor and traveled. Give it right back to Bridgeport. McKinney, the inbounder, brings it in to Joe McNamee. McNamee, a 6'3 senior, played awfully well yesterday. Over to Nice-Warner. He's going to drive. Offensive foul. Charge taken by the Oceana Indians. Curtis Moran was there. Benny Bowles was there. Call the personal on Nice-Warner.
It opened up for Nice-Warner that time because Evans made an overplay, got out of defensive position. Nice-Warner took it to the bucket, but good defensive position for Oceana underneath the hoop.
We've played a minute and a half and no score in the ball game yet. Chris Lusk on the right wing. They go to Mathis in the jump circle. Back outside. It comes to Lusk. Jump up a three. Good. Chris Lusk. He hits the three-pointer, and the Oceana Indians on top 3-0. Again, the pressure. Bridgeport fighting against it. McKinney helping out. Sends the pass up the floor. Stolen away by Jason Mathis. Turnover number 2. We got a personal foul. Call it on Joe McNamee of Bridgeport. So McNamee will pick up the personal foul.
Fouls whistled on Bridgeport's 42. Joe McNamee.
That's his first, team's second. Oceana controls beneath their own basket. Benny Bowles brings it into Chris Lusk. Top of the circle to Tom Evans. Back outside. They'll get it to Bowles. Jumper from the corner. In and out, no good. Stone King with the rebound for Bridgeport. Over to Jason Nice Warner. And Nice Warner will bring it across the timeline. Picked up there by Tom Evans. Picks up the ball. Gets it down to McKinney on the right wing. All McKinney in the circle. They go inside to McNamee. Back outside. They'll whip it to Nice Warner. Jumper good for 2. He was on the line. Jason Nice Warner. 3-2 your score. Oceana on top of Bridgeport. 5:44 and counting in the first period. Right wing. Oceana's Benny Bowles dumps it low inside. Tried to get it to Mathis. Knocked out of bounds by Bridgeport's McNamee.
And you saw that time what we talked about in the pregame show. McNamee dropping back deep in that zone, and that time he got a hand on it.
Benny Bowles, the inbounder, brings it into Evans. Way out front. Bounce pass right in the corner to Bowles. Drives the baseline. Puts the shot inside the hands of Jason Mathis, and he scores. Thought about the shot. Dumped it into the hands of Mathis, and it is 5-2. Oceana by 3. 5:20 remains in the first period. Up the floor to McKinney. They find Taylor low along the baseline on the left side. He'll send the pass back out top to Nice Warner. Down on the right side. They get it to McKinney. Drives. Takes the shot. Good. No one picked him up. Paul McKinney drove the baseline on the right side and scored. 5-4. Oceana's lead is cut to 1. 5-minute mark of quarter number 1. Evans, top of the circle. On the right wing to Bowles. Back outside it comes to Evans. Through the lane. Finger roll over the rim. Good. Tom Evans cut right through the middle and scored the 2. 7-4. Oceana by 3 again. And again the pressure. Nice Warner already picked up the dribble. Sends the pass and throws it out of bounds. Again, the key, they said, can Nice Warner, the sophomore, handle the pressure? I think he's going to have some help. Some kids are going to have to come to the ball for him.
There's only one guy back there. That was McKinney, and he had no help.
4:40 left in the first period. Evans sends it left side. Chris Lusk, jumper for 3. No good. Rebound. Nice job inside by McNamee. He gets it to McKinney. He finds Nice Warner. And again, the pressure by Oceana. Nice Warner nicely across the timeline. We got a moving pick. Illegal pick is the call against McKinney, and you'll turn it over. Evans was trying to chase Nice Warner, and McKinney set the illegal pick. Turnover number 3 against Bridgeport. Evans into the front court for the Oceana Indians. Their lead is 3. 4:20 remaining in the first period. Bowles on the left wing. Top of the circle to Evans. Right side they go to Lusk. Back outside. Evans at the free throw line. Lets it fly from 15. Banks it too strong. Rebound Bowles. He'll take it up. Off the glass. No good. Rebound fought for. Chris Lusk has it for Oceana. He goes up and he's fouled. Boy, they controlled the boards that time. Got 4 shots.
And they had 4 Indians right there around the hoop.
Paul McKinney picks up his second personal foul. At the line to the left, Oceana's Chris Lusk. Averages 11 on the season, had 10 in the first game, had 21 in the semifinal win yesterday. Right-hander's first is good, and he has 4 points today. 8-4, Oceana by 4, make it 5. So Lusk gets another one. It is 9-4 with 4:04 remaining in the first period. Again, the pressure by the Oceana Indians. Looking to get it in. Stone King does to Nice Warner. Zach Anderson is in the lineup to help out with the pressure. They get it up ahead to Taylor. Chris driving through the lane. Sad tried to send it down along the baseline. It goes out of bounds. We got a break in the action. Metro News Sports coverage of the 1994 state tournament being brought to you in part by Tom Peden, West Virginia's #1 Chevrolet, Oldsmobile, Pontiac, Buick, Geo, and custom van dealer.
Hello, America. Cure spring fever with a brand new car trucker van from Tom Peden. Hello, America. we've got the car for you. Tom Beaton has the cure for spring fever with the best prices on over 1,000 cars, trucks, and vans in stock now, including the all-new 94 Chevy S-Series pickups for only $82.88, or the all-new 94 Chevy S-Series extended cab pickups, well equipped for only $99.88. Sale price includes rebate and GMAC first-time buyer incentive. Check local newspapers for more details. Then get to Tom Beaton Country in Ripley. Now open Sundays 11 to 6.
For hauling loads or having fun, we really got a deal. Come in today and drive away in a brand new set of wheels. Hello, America, we've got the car for you.
I-77 to Ripley's Fairplain exit 132, 3 miles north on Route 21 to Tom Beaton Country.
If you look at shooting stats so far, you think Bridgeport's doing great. They're 2 of 3. They're just not getting the shots. Taylor, this is his first shot of the game, and he misses that. Rebound cleared by Oceama. Oceana on top of Bridgeport. 9-4. Evans flips the pass inside to Lusk. Won't go. Tipped up once by Moran. It won't go. And this time, Bridgeport's Joe McNamee comes out of there with it. He's doing a great job on the defensive boards. Nice Warner into the front court. Looks and finds Zach Anderson. Anderson will work one-on-one against Bowles. Brings it over to Taylor. Knocked out of bounds. Last touching Chris Lusk of Oceana. The Bridgeport Indians trailing 9-4.
What Coach Gene Randolph has done, he's taken a bigger man, McKinney, out and put in a third guard. You got Anderson in there now to help with the ball handling.
Zach has the ball now. Over in the right wing, he'll give it to Chris Taylor. Jumper with the left hand. No good off the mark. Rebound, Curtis Moran of Oceana. Moves the ball up the floor to Tom Evans. Evans into the front court. Down through the lane. Tried to dump it low inside to Jamie Lusk. And stolen away by Taylor. Nice job by Bridgeport. Turnover number 2 against Oceana. Anderson gets it over to Nice Warner. At the 3-minute mark of quarter number 1, 9-4. Oceana on top of Bridgeport. Moran now reaches in, steals the ball away from Bridgeport. Keeps the dribble alive even though he went down to one knee. Not known as a ball handler. He did a great job that time. He'll give it now to Tom Evans on the left side. They work at the Lusk. Back out on top to Tom Evans. Down through the lane. Dumps it over on the right side. Gets it to Jamie Lusk. Jumper's good. 11-4. The Oceana Indians on a 6-0 run right now. The lead is 7. Basketball knocked out of bounds. Last touching Oceana's Tom Evans. He stole it away from Nice Warner, but he was standing on the sideline. The pressure of Oceana. Bridgeport trying to stop it. Trying to control it and figure it out. Jeff mentioned they have 2 ball handlers in there, in Nice Warner and Anderson, but still the pressure comes from Oceana. Up the floor to McNamee. Over to Chris Taylor. Jumper from 3-point range. No good. Rebound long to Benny Bowles of Oceana. 3-on-3. Bowles takes it in, and it's knocked out of bounds. Last touching Oceana. Good play by the sophomore Nice Warner. Knocked it loose. It hit off the leg of an Oceana Indian and went out of bounds. Good defensive play that time by the sophomore. Inbounds it comes. Stolen away by Oceana. They get it to Bowles, and he's fouled by Stone King. Eric Stone King went up to block the shot. And he fouled Benny Bowles again, though. The pressure of Oceana, especially on the inbounds.
And the problem there was just a bad inbound pass by Stone King, and he knew it. He threw it right at the feet of Nice Warner, and that gave the Oceana defender an opportunity to knock the ball down.
Jason Mathis returns for Oceana. Curtis Moran will get a breather. At the line is Benny Bowles. Averages 17 on the season. Right-hander misses the first. He'll have another opportunity. Has not scored this morning. 2 minutes, 20 seconds remains in the first period. Bowles connects on the second. And it is 12-4. 7 unanswered points by Oceana. Zach Anderson controlling the dribble for Bridgeport. Gets it across the timeline to Chris Taylor. Down on the right wing, he'll take the ball. Jump pass. He gets it to McNamee. Through the circle. Sends it over on the far side to Zach Anderson. Back out on top. Anderson works with the basketball against Tom Evans. Reverse the dribble. Sends it over to Nice Warner. In the paint. They got it to Stone King. Knocked loose by Oceana. Here they come again. Bowles up the floor to Evans. Evans pump fakes. Gets it to Jason Mathis. Shot won't go. Tipped up one by Lusk. No good. Tipped up again. This time no good by Bowles. The rebound belongs to McNamee, and he's going to be fouled. Boy, that's a great job. McNamee just kept hustling, fighting, got the board, and then he was fouled by Chris Lusk of Oceana.
Offensively, Fred, Bridgeport's just going to have to look to get in some kind of normal flow. They really haven't had any kind of normal flow offensively yet, and that's hurt them.
It's been run and gun basketball for Oceana, and they're getting the shots. They're just not falling right now. Taylor takes the pass, gets it to Nice Warner for Bridgeport into the front court. They bring the ball over the far side again to Zach Anderson. Picked up man-to-man again. This time by Fleener. Down low, they worked it to Stone King. Loses the ball out of bounds. It'll belong to Oceana. Stone King not real happy with the call, but he accepts it and walks the other way. The 8th turnover against Bridgeport. One of the keys, keep the turnovers to a minimum. They already have 8 in the first period. Oceana. Fleener, top of the circle. They go to Evans through the lane, put the off-balance shot up and scored it. He looked to pass. No one was there. He shot anyway and it went in. 14-4. The lead is 10 for Oceana with 1:10 remaining first period. Taylor is trapped in trouble. Gets it up now to Stone King. Jumper's good. Eric Stone King baseline on the right side. Scores his first 2. It's 14-6. That stopped a 9-point run by Oceana. 55 seconds remains first period. In the paint to Jason Mathis. Shot partially blocked by McNamee, and he'll be whistled for the personal foul. Joe McNamee picks up his second personal foul. Something that Bridgeport could not do was get in foul trouble. McNamee has 2. McKinney has 2 already in the first period. At the line to the left, Jason Mathis, a 6'6" senior. Averages 21 on the season, had 20 yesterday. Got in foul trouble in the quarterfinal win against Winfield, scored only 8 points. Eric Spatafor will check into the lineup for Bridgeport, replacing McNamee, who leaves with 2 personals. At the line to the left, Jason Mathis. 2 shots. His team on top, 14-6. Right-hander took a moment just to breathe deeply and misses the first. Jason Mathis, what a story that youngster is. Last year, got very, very sick with some kind of blood disorder. Missed most of the season. This year, he's been in full strength. Misses the second shot, rebounded though up and in by Nick Cook. And it's 16-6. The 10-point lead again for Oceana with 43 seconds remaining in the first period. Quickly up the floor. Taylor's jumper outside 3-point land. Won't go. Rebound Jason Mathis. He fell down as he tried to get loose and gave it up to Bridgeport. And Eric Spatafor scored it. 16-8. The 8-point lead for the Oceana Indians. Bounce pass down on the corner. They get it to Lusk inside the paint. Jason Mathis turns. Little hook over the front of the iron and scores it. He's got 4. 18-8. The 10-point lead again for Oceana. 13 seconds remains in the first period. Zach Anderson into the front court down the left side of the floor. Keeps the dribble alive. Closely guarded by Fleener. Sends it middle of the floor. Gets down on the far side now to Stone King. In the paint. Whips the pass. Intended for Nice Warner. Stolen away by Jamie Lusk, and the horn sound. First quarter, fast and furious. That's the end of the first period of play with your score. Oceana 18, Bridgeport 8. This is the Metro News Radio Network. A 10-point lead for Oceana. The first period, the difference, Jeff, has been the pressure defense.
Bridgeport has not handled that well, even though bringing in another ball player that can handle the ball well, Fred. They did get a good shot, though, near the end of the first quarter.
Bridgeport with the basketball to start the second period. Nice Warner gets it up to Taylor. Jumper from the right side, good. Chris Taylor's first 2 points. leading scorer on the ball club. That's his first 2 in the game this afternoon. 18-10, Oceana on top of Bridgeport. 7:35 remains first half. Evans bounce pass left side. Cook down in the corner to Moran. Back out on top. They'll work it to Tom Evans. Bounce pass, tried to get it inside to Mathis. Stolen away by the quick hands of Eric Spatafor. Turnover number 3 against Oceana. Chris Taylor's bounce pass in the corner. They get it to Spatafor. He'll drive baseline left side. Send the pass back out to Nice Warner. Across the perimeter. They get it top of the circle now to Zach Anderson. Backs it back out on the dribble near the mid-court stripe. Came very close to that mid-court stripe. Then picks the dribble up and goes inside to Stone King. Bounce pass at the feet of Chris Taylor. He picks it up. Gets it back to Stone King. Move. Has his shot blocked by Mathis. Right into the hands of Nice Warner. He drives and he's going to be fouled. Called a personal foul on Oceana's Jason Mathis.
I think Nice Warner's done a nice job, Fred, here early on. He doesn't show any effects of being a sophomore. Had a little trouble bringing the ball up the floor, but mostly because he hasn't had much help. But on the offensive end, he's been real aggressive.
Some of that pressure Oceana supplied, a lot of people would have trouble bringing the ball up the floor. Foul was on Jason Mathis. That's his first. Nice Warner goes to the line to shoot 2 times. He has 2 points in the game. No good off the front of the iron. He's a 67% free throw shooter on the season. Averages 4.8. Had a nice game in the quarterfinal round win with 9 points. Scored 4 yesterday. Right-hander has 3 today as he hits the second of 2 free throws. And it is 18-11. 3 unanswered points to start this second period by Bridgeport. Up the floor, ball stolen away. Nice job by Jason Nice Warner. Gets it up to Anderson, drives, blocking foul, count the basket, call the personal on Oceana. Fleener tried to get over there in time, but the block is called. Basket is good. And you credit that to Nice Warner, the great steal, the great pass to Anderson, and Anderson scored it.
Got his head up quick, Fred, and got it down to Anderson. And Anderson was looking over at Fleener that time because he knew there was going to be some type of contact.
Foul was called on Dan Fleener. It is 18-13, Oceana. Free throws no good. Rebound cleared by Oceana's Curtis Moran. Outlet pass up the floor to Evans. Nice bounce pass through the traffic. Gets it over the left. Shot won't go. Rebound cleared by Nice Warner of Bridgeport. And here come the Indians of Bridgeport High. Class AA defending state champs. They want to keep that title. They want that trophy back in the trophy case at Bridgeport High. Oceana fighting to take it down into Wyoming County. Pass inside. Nice alley-oop try by Spatafor. He's going to be fouled. Actually just shoved a little bit as he was in the air. And Mathis just picked up his second personal foul. Gene Randolph said another key. Get the big kid Mathis in foul trouble like he was in the first game. He's picked up 2 real quick.
And Mathis goes to the bench.
Interesting to watch Gene Randolph on the far side with all the flashcards he has. That triggers all of his defenses. He has a white defense, a yellow defense, a black one, and a red one. I asked him what would happen if he ever had a player that was colorblind. He said he never thought of that part. He'll worry about that if that ever happens. Spatafor made the first. And the second, he hits both of them. And Bridgeport right back in this one. 18-15. They've scored 7 unanswered points to start the second period. Benny Bowles now trying to get through the pressure at Bridgeport. Sends the pass. He travels.
And a surprise, Fred. Coach Randolph didn't let on any during our pregame conversation that they would use any kind of trapping defense, and they have, and it's paid off.
Oceana wants to talk it over with a break of the action. Let's take a moment to hear from One Valley Bank, the one bank for all of West Virginia.
The spirit of West Virginia, brought to you by One Valley Bank.
Tell me honestly, One Valley, are IRAs still one of the best ways to plan for retirement?
Rates may go up and down from year to year, but overall, IRAs are still among the best savings tools, especially at One Valley. Why? Because we have a wide variety of IRA options for you to select, including rollover IRAs for money you might have accumulated from a savings plan at work. And of course, all One Valley IRAs offer tax-deferred benefits, so be sure to consult your tax advisor for details. Building a solid nest egg with just the right tools is what today's spirit of West Virginia is all about. And when it comes to IRAs, it just makes sense to go with the bank most West Virginians know best. One Valley Bank. Now, more than ever, the one bank for all of West Virginia. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
7 unanswered points by Bridgeport, showing a little bit of pressure themselves.
And it's paid off, Fred, the last 2 times down the floor.
Spatafor, the inbounder, to Jason Nicewarner. Traps, sends the pass over. Back to Spatafor. Looking, sending the pass up the floor. They get it to Stone King. He gets it into the front court around Jamie Lusk. Down in the corner, left side jumper by Taylor. Won't go. Rebound belongs to Bridgeport. Zach Anderson chases it down. Sends it back to Taylor. He'll try a three-pointer again. Good this time. Chris Taylor ties the game at 18. First tie of the ball game. 10 unanswered points by Bridgeport to start the second period. 5:40 remains in the first half, and they knock the ball loose again, but this time recovered by Benny Bowles, and then he sends the pass out of bounds.
What they're doing defensively is a 1-2-2 with Anderson extended out toward the midcourt line. Oceana hasn't done a real good job of recognizing that. They did go inside that time, but quick hands on the inside knocked the ball away from Moran.
Fleener comes in to replace Benny Bowles in the Oceana lineup. Bridgeport looking, has the ball stolen away by Fleener. He'll dump it down low for Moran. Shots blocked, but we got a pushing foul before the shot. Pushing foul will be called on the floor against Bridgeport. You'll call it on Nicewarner. That's Jason's second personal foul. And will be on the bonus the rest of the half. Curtis Moran will go to the line. Averages 10.2 on the season. Had 8 points, but played, I thought, a heck of a game against a much taller Winfield team. He had 13 yesterday. Moran has not scored today. Stands on 1 plus the bonus here. Right-hander reaches and scores, and Oceana has the lead at 19-18. That's their first points of this second period, coming with 5:28 remaining. Moran ready again and good again. He hits them both. And it is 20-18. Bridgeport has not led in the game. We've had 1 tie. Taylor with it into the front court, dumps it low on the near side to Stone King, takes it up, misses, no good, gets the rebound, but no, they called a foul. Shot would not fall. They'll whistle the personal on Oceana's Jamie Lusk. At the line will be Stone King. A 6'2 senior has scored 2 points. Averages 16.5, scored 17 in the quarterfinal, 17 in the semifinal. At the line to the right, makes the first. A 61% free throw shooter, Eric Stone King, makes you score 20-19 Oceana. Second one no good, and Moran of Oceana has the rebound. Up the floor, they find Fleener. Fleener, bounce pass on the far side. They get it into the hands of Lusk. His shot won't go. Rebound cleared by Bridgeport. The Indians on the attack. Up the floor, Stone King, short jumper, right side, count it. 21-20, lead change, number 1. 4:54 remaining in the second period. First lead for Bridgeport of the afternoon. Oceana's Evans down through the lane. Bounce pass, intended it for Lusk, the cutter on the right side. It went out of bounds. It'll belong to Oceana. Boy, as active a coach as you'd ever want to see on the sidelines is veteran Gene Randolph. Inbounds, it comes to Curtis Moran, lays it over the iron and good. Moran's first field goal. And it's 22-21. Lead change number 2 as Oceana retakes the lead. Anderson pass across the timeline to Stone King. Up the floor to Taylor on the right side. 17-footer, left-hander, count it. Chris Taylor, 7 in the quarter. 23-22, lead change number 3.
Got the ball that time, made a quick move to the left and popped in the jumper.
And he goes straight up with that jump shot. Pretty jumper by Chris Taylor. Oceana with the ball. They get it to Evans. Pass this side to Chris Lusk. Drives, misses, gets his own rebound, takes it up, misses again, gets the rebound again, but stolen away by Taylor, and a foul is called on Lusk. Chris Lusk will pick up the personal. That is his second. A fired up bunch of Indians from Bridgeport High School. They lead at 23-22, and what a second quarter it has been for Bridgeport High. They trailed by 10, 18-8 at the end of the first 8 minutes. They went on a 10-0 run, and since then have just been seesawing back and forth And we're looking at right now our third lead change, 23-22. Chris Taylor could add to that at the free throw line to the right as he stands in on 1 plus the bonus. An 81% free throw shooter. Taylor, left-hander, good. 8 points in the game, 8 in the quarter. 24-22, Bridgeport. Taylor ready again, good again. He makes them both. 25-22, 3-point lead. That's the biggest of the game for Bridgeport. Oceana's led by as many as 10. Fleener, outside jumper, won't go. Rebound cleared by Bridgeport's Eric Spatafor. He'll get it to Jason Nice-Warner. Nice-Warner walks it across the timeline down the left side of the floor. Backing in against the defensive Bowles. Sends the pass to Spatafor. 18-footer, no good. Rebound cleared by Curtis Moran of Oceana. Looks and finds Evans across the timeline with the pass. Stops top of the key. Sends the pass on the right side to Fleener. Drives in. Tried to force the pass inside to Moran. Stolen away by Spatafor. Great defense by Eric Spatafor that's been inserted into the lineup for Bridgeport High. Pass across the timeline to Stone King. He'll stand there with it. Move it back outside to Nice-Warner. 3:15 remaining in the first half. 25-22. Bridgeport on top by 3. Basketball loose. Stolen away momentarily and now given to Oceana. And we got a blocking foul called on Bridgeport's Stone King. He actually fell to the floor and got into the way of Curtis Moran. Moran went down. You had to call the foul on Stone King. That's his second.
Bridgeport's number 15, Stone King.
So he walked the length of the floor. Curtis Moran, the 6'4" senior, goes there. 2 of 2. He has 4 points in the contest. McKinney will check in. Stone King will check out. 3:08 remains in quarter number 2. So Stone King and McNamee on the Bridgeport bench, each with 2 personal fouls. Good move by Gene Randolph. You don't need those youngsters to pick up that third. Moran at the line, good. 25-23. Bridgeport by 2. 3:08 remains, first half. Curtis Moran ready again. Good again. He has 6 points in the quarter, 6 in the game, 25-24. Again, the pressure by Oceana, and Bridgeport throws it out of bounds. Pass intended for Taylor. Too far for him to grab. So Oceana controls beneath their own basket. The 12th turnover against Bridgeport. Inbounds, it comes to Moran. Takes it up strong and scores. Curtis Moran makes it 26-25. Lead change number 4. Again, the dogging pressure by Oceana, but Bridgeport breaks it this time with a pass up ahead to Taylor. Basketball loose. Folks diving forward. It'll belong to Oceana on the alternate possession. On the floor was Nick Cook and Tom Evans. They reached in to tie up Taylor, and we've got the alternate possession arrow pointing to Oceana. 2:50 remains first half. Oceana and Bridgeport locked up in a great one. We knew it would be. They'll get it to Fleener down in the corner to Cook. Inside to Moran. He'll take it up. No good this time as it rolled off the rim, and there to pull it down was McKinney for Bridgeport. McKinney pass across the timeline. A nice one up the floor to Zach Anderson. Dribbles his way down in the corner and then reverses and come right back out on top. Gene Randolph says try and control the dribbling of Zach Anderson. Sometimes he dribbles himself in trouble. That time he handled it beautifully. They get it to McKinney. Back it comes to Zach Anderson. Anderson backs it out near the midcourt stripe. 2:13 remains in the first half. Basketball knocked out of bounds. Last touching Oceana's Tom Evans. Anderson's pass intended for Taylor and knocked out last touching Oceana. 26-25. Oceana on top of Bridgeport. Zach Anderson, the inbounder, brings it into Taylor. Left wing, back out on top. They work it to Zach Anderson. Yelling out instructions. He'll move it with a pass over to Taylor on the left wing. Picked up there by Fleener. Chris Taylor stands looking. Couple of dribbles. Backing in. Pump fakes once. Pulls up. Boy, 16-footer from the left side by Taylor. Nice job.
Classic one-on-one move that time. He was looking for an option, but decided to take the shot.
Lead change number 5 down in the corner. Cook's jumper's long. Rebound. Oceana's Bowles takes it up, won't go. Fighting for the rebound. Coming out of there with it. Oceana. Evans through the lane. Fakes off glass. No good. Rebound. Inside to Cook. He takes it up. He scores it. Nick Cook. 28-27. Lead change number 6. as they come flying into press row. Tom Evans. Everything's safe now, and Bridgeport will control the basketball. Coming back into the Oceana lineup, Jason Mathis. He will replace Curtis Moran. A minute 26 remains in the first half. 28-27, Oceana by 1 point. Ball game has seen 1 tie and 6 lead changes. Bridgeport looking to make the lead change 7, this time down the floor. Nice Warner, corner, left side, bounce pass along the baseline. They get it to McKinney. Shot won't go. Rebound cleared by Oceana. Jason Mathis pulled it down. Gets it up the floor. Into the hands of Fleener. He travels. Dan Fleener turns it over for the 8th time. The Oceana Indians do, and you'll give it right back to Bridgeport with a minute 7 remaining in the first half. Zach Anderson will be the inbounder. Again, the pressure by the Oceana Indians. They get it into Jason Nice-Warner. And now Oceana drops back. They'll into the front court. Zach Anderson has the basketball for Bridgeport. Dribbles against the pressure of Evans into the center. They go. Turnaround jumper, no good by Taylor. Rebound. McKinney inside. He scores. Paul McKinney has 4. 29-28. Lead change number 7 as we seesaw back and forth in the second period. 43 seconds remains in quarter number 2. Benny Bowles sends the pass to Evans. Outside jumper for 2. Good. Tom Evans hit the 2-pointer. He has 6. 30-29. Lead change number 8. And Oceana steals the ball, and a personal foul called on Eric Spatafor. A pass is coming to you. The offensive player must go to the ball. That time they did not do that, and Oceana intercepted it, and then Spatafor reached in and committed the personal foul, his first.
And McKinney decided that time to go with a harder pass up to the half court when he had his guards closer by.
Turnover number 13 against Bridgeport. Their first game, they had 11 turnovers in the entire game. They had 18 yesterday against Tucker County. They already have 13 in the first half this afternoon. Jason Mathis, free throw, won't go. Spatafor climbs the ladder to grab the rebound. And here comes Bridgeport once again. Up the floor, pass stolen away by Oceana. On the floor, Fleener whips it up ahead to Cook, and he's going to be fouled by Taylor. On the reach-in, Chris Taylor will pick up his first personal foul. And you'll send Nick Cook to the free throw line for Oceana with 16.6 seconds remaining in the first half. A 6'2 sophomore, Nick Cook, averages 5.1 on the season. 1 plus the bonus. Cook reaches. Good. He has 5 points in the game this afternoon. 31-29. Oceana by 2. They led by 10 to start this quarter. Cook ready again. Good again. 32-29. The lead is 3. Again, the pressure by Oceana. And Jason Nice-Warner travels with it. You don't blame Jason for that. You've caused that by the pressure. Turnover number 15 now for Bridgeport. Boy, Gene Randolph will talk about that at halftime. 32-29. Oceana through the lane. Evans, shot won't go. Rebound, Moran takes it up, no good. Moran again takes it up, no good, and a whistle and a foul. Curtis Moran controlling the boards on the offensive end. Personal foul on Spatafor, Bridgeport.
And right there, Fred, they missed the beef of McNamee and Stone King, who are over on the bench.
4.6 seconds remains first half. Curtis Moran has 8 points in the quarter, 8 in the game, has 2 shots coming here. He's 4 of 4 from the line. Right-hander ready, no good this time. He misses. Little short off the front of the rim. 32-29. The lead is 3 for Oceana. Bridgeport, though, has owned this second period. Moran misses the second one. Tipped up and in by Cook. Nick Cook sneaked in from the weak side and scored it. And the horn sounds as we come to halftime here at the Charleston Civic Center Coliseum. You score, Oceana 34, Bridgeport 29. This is the Metro News Radio Network. Welcome back inside the Charleston Civic Center Coliseum. We're at halftime, where we saw in that second period it was played in two different parts. Bridgeport owned the first part. They scored the first 10 points of the second quarter to turn an 18-8 deficit into an 18-8 tie. And then all of a sudden in the last part of that quarter, Oceana came alive, scored the last 6 points of the quarter, and own a 5-point lead at halftime, 34-29. Certainly one thing head coach Gene Randolph of Bridgeport's going to have to do, and that's keep the big kids in there. Stone King and McNamee, that's taking nothing away from the kids that played in their stead, but they just didn't have the beef that Stone King and McNamee possess to keep Mathis and Moran off the boards.
And it hurt in the last 2 to 3 minutes of that quarter, but what really turned it around for Bridgeport, Fred, surprisingly, was when Bridgeport went to its own defensive pressure.
Ready to go. Basketball action, quarter number 3. Oceana leads at 34-29. They've led by as many as 10 points. They've trailed by as many as 3. Bridgeport will control. Paul McKinney right in front of our broadcast position at center court. Gets it into Taylor in the corner. Immediately jumps, shoots, misses. Rebound cleared by Jason Mathis of Oceana, and he's going to be fouled. That's the last thing Gene Randolph wanted. McNamee has picked up his 3rd personal foul. We've played exactly 7 seconds of the 3rd period. Oceana. Tom Evans will bring it into the front court, along with sidekick Benny Bowles in the backcourt for the Indians of Oceana High from Wyoming County. Tom Evans directing traffic, sends it over to Chris Lux. Down low, they work it to Moran, takes it up and scores. Curtis Moran with 10 points in the game, 36-29. And again, the pressure by the Oceana Indians. Nice Warner in a pass across the timeline. They get it up to Taylor, to McNamee, and he scores. Joe McNamee gets his first 2 points of the game, 36-31. The lead is 5 for Oceana. Walking it across the timeline is Tom Evans for Oceana. Down on the right wing, they work it to Benny Bowles. Bowles, top of the circle. Evans from 3-point range, no good. Rebound lost out of bounds, but saved by Bridgeport. Nice play by McNamee into the hands of Taylor. Taylor down the right side of the floor, picks up the dribble, looks and finds Stone King, baseline right. They go inside the paint to Joe McNamee, driving, shot won't fall. Rebound cleared by Oceana's Curtis Moran. Up the floor to Benny Bowles on the right side. He'll let it fly from 3-point range. No good. Rebound belongs to McNamee of Bridgeport. Bounce pass up the floor to McKinney. Takes it in from the right side. Offensive foul. Benny Bowles set up and took the charge. On the personal foul called on Paul McKinney, that's his 3rd. Benny Bowles will get it in to Tom Evans. Evans for Oceana into the front court. Bounce pass right side to Bowles through the lane. Slashes his way to the hole and scores. Bowles his first field goal. He has 3 points. 38-31, 7-point lead for Oceana. 6:25 remaining in the 3rd period. Chris Taylor with it for the Bridgeport Indians left wing. Top of the circle to Stone King at the free throw line. Tried the bounce pass inside to McKinney, who was wide open, and the pass went right through his hands. Turn it over. That is the 17th turnover for Bridgeport. Oceana with it. When we got a blocking foul called against Bridgeport's Paul McKinney. That's number 4 on McKinney. Will he come out? Gene Randolph looking down the bench. He'll come out here in just a second as you're going to get Zach Anderson into the lineup. Oceana's Chris Lusk buries the 3. 41-31. The 10-point lead once again for the Oceana Indians. Into the front court. Pass into the hands of McKinney, and he travels. No, we get a timeout. Timeout before the travel. Exclusive Metro News coverage of the 1994 state tournament being brought to you in part by West Virginia University, where educational dreams come true through the WVU Scholars Program.
You can obtain a quality, affordable education at West Virginia University. Andrea Taylor of Clendenin is.
My heart was really at WVU, however the decision was a financial one. It was not until I received the G. Belmont Berry Scholarship through the WVU Scholars Program that I decided to attend WVU. Since then, I've become a rank leader in the Mountaineer Marching Band, and after graduation, I hope to go on to law school.
Educational dreams come true through the WVU Scholars Program.
Today in the public schools, Katie Dorame wrote her last name without any help. Jessica Enya spun through the air with the greatest of ease. And Andrew Lopez discovered how to make an airplane soar with the wind. For every child with dreams. For all parents with a dream for their children. The public schools are where small miracles happen every day.
A message from the West Virginia Education Association.
Late in the second period, Bridgeport led at 29-28. Since that point, Oceana's outscored them 13-2 to take a 41-31 lead. Taylor with the basketball. Nice short jumper on the left side, and he scores his 13th point. 41-33. Oceana on top. They have the basketball into the front court. Tom Evans, bounce pass on the right side to Bowles. Back outside to Evans. Evans through the lane, pulls up. 12-footer in front of the rim. No good, but tipped up and in by Curtis Moran. He's got 12, 43, 33. Oceana, and we got a traveling call against Bridgeport. The 16th turnover of the game. Gene Randolph said we have to limit our turnovers. They've not been able to do that. Vinny Bowles drives from the right side and scores. 45-33. Biggest lead of the contest is 12 with 5:20 remaining in the third period. Through the lane, Taylor's going to be fouled by Jason Mathis. Mathis will pick up his third. You want to hear the job Curtis Moran has done so far? 12 points in the game, 4 of 6 from the line. He has 11 rebounds. Jason Mathis picks up his third personal foul. At the line to the left is Chris Taylor. 13 points in the game so far for Chris. He did not score in the first period. He's 2 of 2 from the charity stripe, now 3 of 3. 45-34. An 11-point lead for Oceana. Chris Taylor ready again. Youngster, no good this time. Rebound. Jason Mathis of Oceana looks and finds Tom Evans into the front court. Evans, top of the circle. Bounce pass on the right side to Bowles. He'll drive in front of the iron. Shot won't go. Rebound lost out of bounds. Last touching Taylor of Bridgeport. Oceana controls beneath their own basket. Vinny Bowles, the inbounder, gets it to Mathis. Basketball knocked loose and picked up off the floor by Bridgeport. Up the floor they get it to Taylor on the right side. Taylor down in the corner to McNamee. Whips the pass back out on top to Jason Nicewarner, holding it high over his head. Clock says 4 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in the third period. The lead is 11 for Oceana. In the paint, McNamee back outside to Zach Anderson. Jumper short. Rebound cleared by Stone King. Takes it up. Won't go. Rebound this time to McNamee, and he's going to be fouled by Tom Evans of Oceana. Evans will pick up his first personal foul. Happened on the rebound, not a shooting situation. It belongs to Bridgeport. Stone King will be the inbounder. Brings it into Taylor. Corner, left side. They move it to Nicewarner. Around on top. They get it to Zach Anderson. Anderson in the jump circle. They go to Chris Taylor. Turns, shoots. Shot won't fall. Rebound belongs to Curtis Moran of Oceana, his 12th on the afternoon. Evans down the right side of the lane. Off the glass. Jumper won't fall, but the personal foul called on Bridgeport's Jason Nicewarner. That's his third. Foul in the act of shooting, Tom Evans of Oceana. He has 6 points in the game. First opportunity from the charity stripe. He'll toe the line to the right. Thomas Evans, his dad played on that 65 team that went undefeated and won it all. He makes the first free throw. 46-34. 47-34. As he makes them both, and he has 8 points. Lead is 13 for Oceana. Stone King takes it through the lane, lost it out of bounds, but last touching the Oceana Indians. So went off the fingertips of Tom Evans. Bridgeport controls. Eric Stone King will be the inbounder beneath his own basket. Takes the basketball from Mr. Harmon and brings it in to Nicewarner. They get it to McNamee. Takes the shot. It won't fall. Rebound. Oceana. Outlet pass up the floor to Fleener. Fleener. Top of the circle goes to Evans. Moves in. 12-footer. No good. Rebound. Saved by Fleener. Into the hands, though, of Bridgeport. And now we got a bumping foul called on Vinny Bowles of Oceana. Bowles will pick up his first personal foul. An even 4 minutes remains in quarter number 3. Bridgeport has the basketball, trailing by 13. That's the biggest lead of the game. Up the floor in the corner. Chris Taylor right side. Bounce pass in the paint to Stone King. Nice shot by Eric. He has 7. 47-36, the 11-point lead for Oceana. Evans has it into the front court. Picked up there by Zach Anderson. Pass on the right side to Fleener. Knocked loose. Picked up by Evans, and then he kicks it out of bounds. Yes, it'll belong to Bridgeport. Jamie Lusk will come in, and he will give Jason Mathis a break. Stone King will have the inbounds play full length of the court away from his basket. Eric Stone King looks, and brings the pass in to McNamee. Joe McNamee almost traveled, but did not. Get it back to Stone King, back to McNamee across the timeline. McNamee in the front court leaves it there for Zach Anderson. Anderson on the dribble, brings it back out on top between the circles. Takes it over the left side. Gets the outside jumper from Nice Warner. Off the mark, no good. Moran had it for a moment, and it was knocked out of bounds, last touching Stone King. 3:17 remains in the third period. 47-36, the lead 11 for Oceana. Evans with the basketball in the front court for Oceana. Bounce pass right side to Benny Bowles. Through the lane again, off glass, good. Jim Hopkins says he was a slasher, a darter to the goal, and he proved that. 49-36, the 13-point lead again. As Bowles has picked up 6 points in the quarter, 7 in the game. 2:50 remains, third period. Bridgeport with the ball. Chris Taylor, outside jumper, right side, good for 3. Boy, as soft a jump shot as you'd ever want to see. 17 points in the game for Chris Taylor. 49-39. The lead is 10 for Oceana. Benny Bowles on the right side. Moves in. 14-footer. No good. Rebound cleared by McNamee for Bridgeport. Gets it up to floor to Nice Warner. He finds Taylor coming down the left side. He'll let it fly from three-point range again. This time it won't go. Rebound tipped up once by McNamee. No good. And Moran has another rebound for Oceana. Up the floor to Evans. 2:20 remains third period. Low along the baseline. They get it to Fleener. Double clutches as he took the shot. It wouldn't fall, but the personal foul called on Bridgeport. So going to the line will be Dan Fleener. Nice Warner's picked up his 4th personal foul. Dan Fleener, a left-hander. Misses. He'll have another opportunity.
And we're going to see Nice Warner go to the bench here, Fred, and that's a key because Nice Warner has been handling the pressure of Oceana, and now he'll have to go on the bench for at least the next several minutes.
Mike Givens will replace him in the Bridgeport lineup. I like the way Gene Randolph is with his kids, though. Nice Warner came off the floor, and there to extend a hand was Randolph. Free throw missed again. Rebound this time by Oceana's Jamie Lusk. His shot won't go, and on the rebound, personal foul whistled against Oceana. It'll go on Tom Evans. That will be his 2nd. 2:11 remains in the third period. 49-39. The lead is 10 for Oceana. Inbounds play almost stolen away by Oceana's Tom Evans, but he carried it out of bounds. Give it right back to Bridgeport. Eric Stone King will be the inbounder. Full court pressure again by the Oceana Indians. Trying to free someone up. They do. Get the pass to McNamee. He's fouled by Moran. Curtis Moran, his 2nd personal foul.
And McNamee did the right thing that time. He came back toward the basketball. If he doesn't, Moran steals it.
Exactly. Something we brought up back in the last half. Ball coming to you. You have to go meet it. Not a shooting situation. Only the 5th team foul against Oceana. In fact, both teams have 5 team fouls. Inbounds it comes this time to Givens. Right back to Stone King. Already dribbled. Picks it up. Sends it across the timeline. Up the floor to Zach Anderson. He'll move it back to Mike Givens, the 6-foot junior. Right back to Anderson. Top of the circle. Stands there with the ball. Gets it over the right side to Givens. He's picked up by Benny Bowles. Givens whips the pass inside to McNamee. He'll leave it just to the right of the free throw line for Eric Stone King, who scores. 9 points in the game for Stone King. 49-41. 4 unanswered points, or 5 unanswered points rather, by Bridgeport. Down in the corner, right side. They get it into the hands of Cook. He's thrown the pass away. Intended it inside for Moran. It goes awry and picked out of there by Bridgeport. 1:25 remains third period. And Bridgeport trying to get a little closer. They trail by 8, 49-41. Taylor's jumper off the mark. Rebound belongs to Oceana. Here they come again. Oceana up the floor. Tom Evans on the attack through the lane. Sends the pass in the corner. Gets it to Bowles. Jumper off the mark. Rebound inside to Cook for Oceana. Takes it up and he's fouled. Shot would not fall, so we'll put Nick Cook at the free throw line. Personal foul whistled on Bridgeport. Eric Stone King, that will be his third. 1:06 remains, third period. Nick Cook at the line. He has 8 points in the game, 3 field goals, 2 of 2 from the charity stripes. 2 shots here, first one's no good. The 6'2 sophomore reaches, connects. He's got 9 in the game. 50-41. The 9-point lead for Oceana with a minute remaining in the third period. Zach Anderson into the front court. Bounce pass down the right side to Taylor. Lets it fly. Off balance. The shot won't go. Rebound loose on the floor. Picked up by Mathis of Oceana. Pass stolen away by Gibbons. Takes it in. Shot won't fall. This time the rebound to Mathis. It's knocked out of bounds. Last touching Oceana. Good defensive play that time by Gibbons. He was right in Mathis' face.
We haven't seen him much in the tournament, Fred, but giving some nice minutes for Coach Gene Randolph's club.
Checking into the lineup will be Moran for Oceana. Stone King will be the inbounder. Brings it way out top to Zach Anderson. Anderson on the dribble drive. Moves it back out on the left wing to Taylor. Down in the corner, they move it back to Zach Anderson. Anderson standing there with it. Looks and moves it back out on top with 38 seconds remaining in the third period. 50-41. Bridgeport trails, but not by that much now as Taylor hit the three-pointer. Boy, he has a beautiful shot from the top of the circle. Chris Taylor makes it 50-44, and just like that, Bridgeport back to within 6. They trailed by as many as 13 in this quarter alone. Oceana. Fleener sends it on the right side to Evans. Jumper for 14 out. No good. Rebound. Tipped up once by Cook. No good. Rebound this time to Bridgeport. Up the floor. McNamee has his pass stolen away by the hustle of Fleener. Loose again. Stolen right back by Bridgeport. 1 second remaining in the quarter. We got a personal foul called against the Oceana Indians. Whistle the personal foul on Oceana's Nick Cook. Not a shooting situation, only the 16 foul.
McNamee says he was trying to shoot it because there was only 1 second left. He wants the 3 shots.
The officials are not going to buy that. 0.9 seconds remains in the third period. It'll be Bridgeport basketball out on the far side. They throw it in, and the horn will sound before a shot is taken. Good quarter by both teams. That's the end of the third period of play with your score. Oceana 50, Bridgeport 44. This is the Metro News Radio Network. Eight more minutes of action left to decide who will be the AA title holder from 1994. Oceana with a basketball. Reach-in fouls call on McNamee. That's his fourth. Oceana outscored Bridgeport 16-15 in that third period. But again, it was a difference for both teams in each quarter. My goodness, Oceana jumped out to a 13-point lead, 47-34 with 5:20 remaining in the quarter. And then here came Bridgeport roaring back again. 50-44 at the free throw line to the right. Jason Mathis. He is 0 of 3 from the line. Has 2 shots here. Mathis with 4 points on the afternoon. Misses. It was 1 plus the bonus. He does not get the second shot. 7:45 remains in the game. Bridgeport trailing by 6. They have the basketball in the hands of Zach Anderson. Look and see if they can't find Chris Taylor. He already has 20 points in the game, and he has the ball on the left wing. They'll get it to Givens. Givens down low to Stone King. Move to the basket, no good. Rebound cleared by Jason Mathis for Oceana. Outlet pass up the floor to Benny Bowles. Shot won't go. Taylor with the rebound for Bridgeport. Whips the pass out to Mike Givens. Givens up the floor to Stone King. Left side through the lane. Sends the pass on the far side. They get it to Anderson. Jumper off the mark, and the rebound cleared by Oceana. Tom Evans up the floor to Curtis Moran. Loses it. Regains control. Takes the shot. Won't go. Rebound. We got a foul called on Moran of Oceana. Boy, great job by Spatafor that time to sneak in from the weak side, get his hands on the ball, and then the foul caused by Moran. And will be on 1 plus the bonus as Curtis Moran picks up his 3rd personal foul.
Fred, we can already see this thing is going to go like this for the whole 4th quarter. You would think twice in this game already that Bridgeport may be down and out. Down behind by double digits, only to come storming back.
Eric Spatafor at the line to the left. Right-hander good. Spatafor now 3 of 3 from the free throw line. He has 5 points in the game. It is 50-45. Oceana. Next shot no good by Spatafor. Rebound to Oceana's Jason Mathis. Outlet pass. Up the floor to Tom Evans. Evans on the attack. Jump pass. Cross court to Chris Luss. Touch pass to Jason Mathis. Through the lane he scores. Nice job. Mathis now with 6 points. 52-45. Up the floor. Basketball on the far side. Picked up by Zach Anderson. Down in the corner to Spatafor. Bounce pass back out on top. They find Mike Gibbons. Gibbons standing there with it, sends it to Chris Taylor on the right wing. Taylor spinning, jumping, shooting, in and out. Hard luck shot, won't go. Spatafor with a rebound, takes it up and won't go. And this time Oceana with a rebound. Outlet pass up the floor to Chris Lusk, all by himself, he scores. 54-45, a 9-point lead for Oceana, and now Bridgeport throws it away. A turnover against the Bridgeport Indians. The 20th of the game.
Spatafor's got a nosebleed right now.
And with the rule, he'll have to come out until that is taken care of. You're going to get McKinney back into the lineup. So Paul McKinney checks back in. He's playing with 4 personal fouls. Oceana basketball, again, 20 turnovers on the afternoon so far by Bridgeport. They trail by 9. Jason Mathis, turnaround jumper in the lane. Count it. He's got 8. 56-45. Oceana on a 6-0 run. And now we got traveling called against Bridgeport. Why? Because of the pressure of Oceana. Turnover number 21 against Bridgeport. Oceana will control. Quarter court on the far side. 6:04 remains in the game. 56-45. Oceana looking for their first state title since 1965. Bridgeport won it all last year. Benny Bowles with the ball on the right wing. Sends the pass down low to Jason Mathis. Takes the short jumper. Won't go. Rebound. Lost out of bounds. Last touching. Who? Evidently Oceana. It'll belong to Bridgeport. Paul McKinney will be the inbounder. Looks, still looks. Finally ggets it in to Givens, and then Givens throws it away right into the hands of Oceana's Benny Bowles. He scores. 58-45, 13-point lead for the Oceana Indians. Gene Randolph probably needs a timeout real bad. Paul McKinney up the floor. He'll find Taylor. Taylor takes it in, misses the shot. Rebound comes out to Anderson. Personal foul called on Oceana's Tom Evans. Evans will pick up his 3rd personal foul. He went through about 2 minutes where if anything could go wrong for Bridgeport, it went wrong.
5:31 left. They're still down 13. Taylor would like to have that layup back.
8 unanswered points by the Oceana Indians. to turn a 50-45 lead into a 58-45 lead. Nice Warner will check in. Givens will check out. At the line to the left, Zach Anderson. 2 points in the game. 0 of 1 from the line. 1 plus the bonus. He makes the first. 58-46. Ready again, good again as the youngster makes them both. 58-47. Oceana with the lead and the basketball. Curtis Moran down the left side of the floor looks and finds Tom Evans. He's the point guard and the leader on the floor. The quarterback of the team sends it on the right side to Jason Mathis. Mathis will leave it there for Evans. He'll drive the baseline with the pass inside to Bowles. Bowles takes the shot. He scores and he's fouled. Just like the quarterback of the football team, lost the pass down the sideline. Tom Evans that time whipped the pass as he drove the baseline inside to Bowles. Bowles scored it and he's fouled. We got a timeout on the court. Time for this important message from West Virginia Tech, a celebrated tradition of excellence.
Dad said there's a new kid in town named Merchants Bank, and this kid, Merchants, got new money to help us fix the garage door Mom drove through. He says we can even put up a hoop for basketball. I don't care if this Merchants kid has money. I just hope he can slam dunk.
Merchants National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, with locations throughout the Kanawha Valley. Merchants National Bank partners in education with West Virginia Tech, a celebrated tradition of excellence.
Pets today, like people, are lucky. They're living longer, healthier lives than ever before. And because your veterinarian sees so many older pets these days, he or she is familiar with the health problems of seniors and how to help avoid those problems. Keeping your older pet happy and healthy is just a matter of regular checkups, veterinary care, proper exercise, and home care and nutrition designed especially for your pet's golden years. And love from you, of course. This message brought to you by the West Virginia Veterinary Medical Association.
Not that we could ever do the job, but it's fun sometimes to try and coach a little bit. Bridgeport get the hands into the ball, or get the ball into the hands of Chris Taylor. He's the man. He's got 20 points in the game, has not scored in this third period. We played almost 3 minutes. Bowles at the line. 5 in the quarter. He's got 12 in the game. 61-47. That's the biggest lead of the game. 14 points. Coming with 5:05 remaining in the game. And now they steal it again. Here comes Benny Bowles. He'll drive in uncontested and score. 63-47. Oceana looking for the AA title. Bridgeport fighting with everything that's within them to retain it. Chris Taylor, bounce pass along the baseline to Stone King, and he scores. Nice look inside that time by Taylor to Stone King. Stone King now with 11 points, 63-49. 14-point lead for the Oceana Indians with 4:35 remaining in the contest. Chris Lusk takes it into the front court, gets the pass to Moran. Back outside, they look at to Tom Evans. Evans will bounce it around, top of the circle. Look to go inside to Moran if he can find him, maybe to Jason Mathis. This time the pass goes on the left side. He'll get it to Bowles. Inside they tried to get the pass to Jason Mathis, knocked out of bounds, last touching Bridgeport. Joe McNamee will return to the lineup, replacing Paul McKinney for Bridgeport. Oceana controls. Benny Bowles, the inbounder, to Lusk in the paint. They work it to Mathis, knocked loose nicely by Taylor, and Bridgeport has it back. Bounce pass on the far side. They'll go to Nice Warner. Nice Warner brings it across the timeline, whips the pass in the corner right side to Stone King. Jumper good. Eric Stone King. 63-51. 4 unanswered points by Bridgeport, and now their pressure broken by Evans into the front court. Pass up the floor. They get it to Bowles. Short jumper off the glass. Won't go. Rebound fought for belongs to McNamee. Here comes Bridgeport with 3:45 remaining in the game. Far side, Anderson. Bounce pass to Zach. Chris Taylor. Jumper good for 3. I'm telling you, the kid can shoot. 63-54. Back to within 9. Come the Bridgeport Indians. Tom Evans dribbles through the traffic across the timeline. Pass in the corner. They get it to Chris Lusk. Lusk, couple of dribbles, moves it back to Evans. 3:25 remaining in the game. A lot of time left in this ball game. Tom Evans through the lane. No one picks him up. He misses the shot. We've got an offensive foul. Offensive foul. Boy, great job coming over to play defense that time for Bridgeport. And that is personal number 4 against Evans. And Jimmy Hopkins wants to talk it over. The 1994 West Virginia State Basketball Tournament, being sponsored in part by Diet Mountain Dew. Diet Dew.
G'day, gents. Welcome to Over the Edge Adventures. In Australia, if it doesn't kill you.
Yeah, we know. Yeah, you booked us on a glacier speed skating tour. But this year we want more action.
Righto. Let's see. Okay, here's one that knocked me hat in the creek. Sahara sailboarding. All expenses
Sail
paid.
boring. I'm snoring.
Well, perhaps page 13 strikes your fancy. 747 bungee jumping. Shootless skydiving.
Shut it.
Niagara boogie boarding.
Boogied it.
Mark II wing walking. Arctic skinny dipping.
Shriveled it.
Wait a minute. I have something down under the counter you blokes haven't done. You've never done the Diet Dew.
Do the what?
Done the Diet Dew. A Diet Mountain Dew, mates. Till you've had the full tilt taste of Diet Mountain Dew, you haven't done nothing.
Whoa. Book it, Dano.
Happy landings.
If you're looking for your man to score from outside, get it Chris Taylor. 3-point range in the first period. He was 0 for 4. Since then, 4 for 7 as he warms up, and he has the basketball again. Driving through the lane, off glass, shot won't go. Rebound, Zach Anderson takes it up, it won't go. And Oceana's Benny Bowles chases it down in the corner. He'll send the pass across the timeline to Jason Mathis. We approach the 3-minute mark of the ball game. Oceana on top, 63-54. Chris Sluss, right side, back out on top. They work with Tom Evans, who plays with 4 personal fouls. Evans at the free throw line. Gives it up now to Jason Mathis. Leans in, jumper off glass, no good. Rebound. McNamee at Bridgeport, and we got an offensive foul on McNamee. He swung the elbow, cleared out, and is fouled out of the game. Joe McNamee and Jeff Jenkins, that's a huge loss.
He's done a yeoman's-like job on the boards, Fred. And that time just a little over-aggressive. And I tell you, the previous time down was a big miss by Bridgeport. They broke the press beautifully, had 2 close-in shots, but couldn't get him to fall.
They had the rebound. He commits the foul, so it goes as a turnover as well. But more importantly, he fouls out of the game. 2:47 remains. And he leaves with 2 points. Inbounds, the play comes to Mathis. They'll get it to Evans. Curtis Moran. Oceana really not looking to shoot unless they get something wide open. Evans gets it, takes it in, misses the layup. On the rebound cleared by Chris Taylor of Bridgeport. Outlet pass up the floor to Anderson. He drives. Shots blocked by Mathis. But Mathis will pick up his 4th personal foul. He rejected the shot, but he got him with the body. And that's his 4th personal foul. And at the line will be Zach Anderson. He is 2 of 3 this afternoon.
You made the point, Fred, that Oceana really is not looking to shoot. They could afford to be a little more patient offensively right now.
Zach Anderson has 4 points in the game. Make it 5. He had a game high of 10 points back on February 25th against Liberty. Reaches and makes them both. He's got 6. 63-56, 7-point lead for Oceana. Up the floor, Curtis Moran, corner left side. He'll get it to Chris Sluss. Basketball knocked loose, and Anderson picks up the personal. Zach Anderson slapping at the basketball from behind. Smacked Chris Sluss on the right forearm.
What made it tougher to take for Anderson is that the whistle was a little late. He thought he got away with it.
Chris Lusk will stand at the line to the right. 2 of 2 so far this afternoon. Misses. Rebound to Stone King. Great job, but he went to the floor, lost the basketball, picked out of there by Oceana's Bowles. His shot won't go, and the rebound cleared by Bridgeport. Zach Anderson with 2:10 remaining in the game. Gets it into the front court, down to the lane, off the glass, no good. Rebound is long to Stone King. He looks, returns it, shot bounces around, falls off the rim. Rebound Oceana's Curtis Moran. In traffic, in trouble, still looking, and gets it over to Tom Evans. A minute 55 remains in the contest. 7-point lead for the Oceana Indians. Tom Evans working hard against Zach Anderson, brings the ball to Jason Mathis. Mathis looks and moves it back out on top to Benny Bowles. Bowles standing there with it, closely guarded by Taylor. They'll get it over to Mathis, back out front to Tom Evans. A minute 40 remains in the game. 7-point lead for the Oceana Indians. Down through the lane, Evans double dribbles, turns it over. Boy, a crucial turnover that time for the Oceana Indians.
Lots of time left, 1:35. If you can spot Taylor up for a 3 here, they put you down only 4.
14th turnover in the game for Oceana. Bridgeport controls. McKinney will be the inbounder. Brings it in to Jason Nicewarner down the right side. A minute and a half remaining in the contest. Nicewarner picks up the dribble, gets it to Chris Taylor. That's the man that can fire it in from anywhere. That's it flat from 23. Good! Chris Taylor, 26 in the game, 63-59. Bridgeport back to within 4 with a minute 18 remaining in the contest. Vinny Bowles with the ball, top of the circle. Looks, sends it over the far side to Jason Mathis. Down low, they get it to Chris Lusk, and he scores. All by himself, Lusk got the pass. 65-59, 6-point lead. That's 2 shots away for Chris Taylor. Paul McKinney driving in, count the basket. Paul McKinney got loose and scored. 65-61, 4-point lead for the Oceana Indians with 50 seconds remaining in the game. Jason Mathis will take it in, uncontested, missed the shot, gets his own rebound loose on the floor. Personal foul called on McKinney, who just fouled out of the game for Bridgeport. Wow. Well, I'll tell you what, if anyone thought Bridgeport was out of it at 5:05, trailing by 14, you just had to watch this team play, because they've been in this game the last 4 minutes fighting tooth and nail. They trail by 4. Paul McKinney will foul out. He'll join Joe McNamee on the bench, who fouled out with 2:47 remaining in the contest. 46.1 seconds remains in the game. The Oceana Indians 4 points ahead of Bridgeport. Oceana last won the AA title in 1965. That team went undefeated when Tom Evans' dad was a member of the team, when Jason Mathis' father was a member of the team. Bridgeport's going to talk it over on the far side, and so will Oceana. Oceana's Jim Hopkins saying, we don't have to shoot, but again, sometimes you can pull it out a little too quickly, Jeff. Instead of playing not to win, they start playing not to lose, and that can usually go against you.
They've been aggressive over the last minute, maybe just a bit aggressive. And Mathis a little upset of himself for missing that close-in shot. He'll have a chance to redeem himself by going to the foul line now. But give Bridgeport credit. And that last 3 by Chris Taylor had to be down out around the 3-point level for NBA, the way he hit that one.
Oceana led at 63-47. Bridgeport scored 12 unanswered points. It's 65-61 right now as head coach Gene Randolph goes over the strategy. Behind the bench of Bridgeport, our own Kyle Wiggs.
Well, the obvious thing, get the ball. They're going to get into their 41 green offense, which means Stone King posting up at the free throw line. They've got to get the rebound here first. And again, he warned everyone who has 4 fouls that they have no more fouls to give. He pointed out which players to foul. They're ready. They have to get the rebound after a miss here.
Jason Mathis at the line, makes the first. He'll have another opportunity. Jason Mathis, not only did his dad play on the 65 team, his uncle Trinus Mathis played on the 63 team, made the all-tournament team. Jason just trying to make a free throw here to give his team a 6-point lead with 46 seconds left in the game. Shots up, no good. Rebound, loose, lost out of bounds, last touching Oceana. And Jim Hopkins wants to talk it over real quick. He wants to make sure his guys know what they're going to do on defense. 44.9 seconds remain. 66-61. The lead is 5 for the Oceana Indians. Timeouts left. Each team has 1 timeout left. Both teams are on the bonus. The possession arrow pointing the direction of Bridgeport just in case there's a held ball.
Offensively, they're going to work something to get it to Chris Taylor. Down 5 at the current time, in excellent shape right here. And also, probably in Coach Gene Randolph's huddle, you're talking about who to foul the next time down.
The Oceana Indians break out of their huddle with head coach Jim Hopkins. On the far side is our own Kyle Wiggs. Kyle.
Very simple. He says match up, call out the numbers of the players you've got, don't get confused, and rebound the basketball.
Oceana ready to go. Bridgeport breaking with their huddle and head coach Gene Randolph. Here they come. 66-61. With Chris Taylor in your lineup, that's nothing. The kid can shoot. He's got 26 points in the game on 5 3-pointers, and I mean way outside. Ready to go. Inbounds. It comes to Jason Nicewarner. Again, the man-to-man pressure by Oceana. Benny Bowles dogging him across the timeline. Pulls up on the dribble. They've got Fleener all over Taylor. He's got the ball down in the corner. Nicewarner lets it fly for three. No good. Rebound. Taylor tips it up. Won't go. Rebound this time to Nicewarner, to Stone King, rather. And Stone King loses it out of bounds. It'll belong to Oceana with 26 seconds left in the game. Taylor had 2 shots, but both times he had people all over him. A reach-in foul quickly. It'll be called on Chris Taylor. That's only his 2nd personal foul.
And the second shot was on the baseline, and his own man was there too, who got in the way a little bit, both making good hustle plays after the basketball, but Taylor's own man had his hand on the ball, and Taylor just could not get a real good rotation on the ball.
That's the 3rd personal foul on Chris Taylor. At the line, Jason Mathis. He is 1 of 6, 2 of 7. That was a big one right there. 67-61. At least 2 possessions for a tie for Bridgeport. He makes this one, they would be 3 possessions. Right-hander, good. 68-61. Jason Mathis missed his first 5 free throws of the game, has hit his last 3. 68-61. Here comes Bridgeport up the floor. Pass knocked out of bounds. Last touching Oceana's Chris Lusk. Chris Lusk, only a junior. He'll be back next year. Stone King will be the inbounder for Bridgeport. Brings it into Taylor. Taylor outside the three-point arc. Can't get the shot away. They've got him double-teamed. Gets it to Stone King. He lets it fly off the back of the iron. Rebound belongs to Curtis Moran of Oceana. 12 seconds remains in the game. Pass up the floor. They got a whistle and a foul before they could get it away. A personal foul called against Bridgeport's Eric Stone King. That's his 4th. 10.5 seconds remains in the contest. Oceana leads by 7, 68-61. Jim Hopkins pulls all of his Indians off the lane. The only person there is Tom Evans. He is 2 of 2 from the line. Misses. Rebound cleaned by Bridgeport. Up the floor to Taylor. Taylor lets it fly from 23 off the front of the iron. Rebound to Oceana's. Tom Evans up the floor to Bowles. He misses the shot. Horn sounds. That's it. The Oceana Indians, 1994 Class AA state champions. The roar of the crowd signals their approval to what Jim Hopkins and the Oceana Indians have accomplished this afternoon. 21-5. They will end the year. Bridgeport 14-11. The final score in a well-played ball game by both teams. Oceana 68, Bridgeport 61. We'll return to the Charleston Civic Center Coliseum in a moment to recap the game after we hear from the Sports Medicine Institute, the medical team behind your team.
The Sports Medicine Institute in Morgantown has some very special friends competing in the high school tournament. Athletes who have come to them for special medical care. To these athletes and all participants in the 1994 tournament, the best of luck. The Sports Medicine Institute is a state-of-the-art facility for therapy and rehabilitation for athletes and for those recovering from job-related injuries. The Sports Medicine Institute in Morgantown. Call for the finest professional care, 599-2515.
Why is Go-Mart becoming one of America's favorite convenience stores? Because of my new Roadkill potato chips, that's why. Hi, y'all. This is Carl from Carl's Roadkill Cafe. And as some of you may already know, Go-Mart has seen the wisdom of my culinary ways, thanks to professionalism, innovation, and some well-placed high-level bribes. That's why all Go-Marts are now carrying my brand new Roadkill Cafe potato chips in regular and barbecue flavors. See, what your ordinary chip makers do is slice and wash with all that poopsie-doopsie sanitized conveyor belt stuff. But not me. I'll throw bushels of potatoes out on our most traveled highways and let our American cars and semis do the rest. And the results are the flattest, crispiest chips you ever ate. Not too many preservatives or additives, except maybe for a little tar and cement. But hey, we even got most of that off too.
Besides, where do you think the term man of grit comes from?
Go for good times. Go for go more.
Welcome, players, to Ski Season Jeopardy. Let's get started.
Alex, I'll try Almost Heaven ski packages for 100.
You can ski this mountain resort's 50 slopes and trails with savings up to 50% on skiing and 33% on lodging. Dookie?
What is winter...
No, I'm sorry. Letitia?
What is Snowshoe Mountain Resort?
Snowshoe Mountain Resort is correct. Save up to 50% on skiing and 33% on lodging from March 4th into April. Dookie, make a selection.
I'll try Big Mountain Resorts for 200, Alex.
This ski resort was named by Snow Country magazine as the top ski destination of the Southeast and is known for its legendary spring skiing. Letitia?
What is Snowshoe?
That is correct, Snowshoe. Stay tuned for next week's Double Jeopardy question for more ski season specials. And for the radio audience at home, be sure to take advantage of Snowshoe's Almost Heaven season with savings up to 50% on skiing and 33% on lodging. Call 304-572-5252 for information on great ski deals.
West Virginia Tech prepares West Virginians for leadership with a tradition of excellence for nearly 100 years. Tech has more than 60 degree programs, including business, education, engineering technology, health and social sciences. If you're serious about a better future, call 442-3167 in Montgomery or our Oak Hill Center at 465-0546. Your future begins today at West Virginia Tech.
Pets today, like people, are lucky. They're living longer, healthier lives than ever before. And because your veterinarian sees so many older pets these days, he or she is familiar with the health problems of seniors and how to help avoid those problems. Keeping your older pet happy and healthy is just a matter of regular checkups, veterinary care, proper exercise, and home care and nutrition designed especially for your pet's golden years. And love from you, of course. This message brought to you by the West Virginia Veterinary Medical Association.
The Oceana Indians are the Class AA state champions. And now for the awards presentation, here's the voice of the Charleston Civic Center Coliseum, Frank Blake.
On behalf of the Board of Control, the Board of Appeals, and the West Virginia Secondary School Activities Commission staff, I would like to thank everyone for being a part of this 1994 West Virginia Boys State Basketball Tournament. On November 15th, 1993, all teams in the state were equal and had the opportunity to be here today. So it's a great honor to have come this far, and we want each of the participating teams to know that it deserves the respect and admiration of everyone throughout the state of West Virginia. In today's complicated world, we have found that athletics help provide the discipline, integrity, and courage that are necessary to cope with the problems of life. So we truly feel that athletics is the other half of education. And now we would like to recognize